You want to call the show today? It's 877-344-4893, 877-344-4893. And joining us in studio, Megan Morant from the Raw Recap podcast. Megan, just a moment ago, talking about the mixed tag and AJ Lee and the affinity that many have for AJ Lee, regardless of if they are Becky Lynch superfans or not. It happens.
It does.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
Game respects game, right?
You have to. You have to respect game in this life. That's one thing that we all have to do. Now, look, we've got a lot of great wrestling coming up. Tomorrow is already Worlds Collide.
Nuts.
That's crazy, right?
Insane.
You're watching for Mr. Iguana.
Yes, and Hamburguesa.
You like Nino Hamburguesa. You like that. You like him.
Yeah. I think he's going to be the breakout star of this Worlds Collide.
I think so, too.
I mean, we had Microman.
Right.
We had Mr. Iguana.
You like the fun.
I love the fun.
I mean, that's what it's all about, isn't it?
That's what Lucha's about.
I was having a conversation with somebody recently about the WWE AAA relationship and how it's kind of opened up a lot of WWE fans and American fans' viewpoint on Lucha. Because I feel like even in the Cruiserweight division in WCW, it was like Lucha was almost this like, I don't want to say appetizer, but like one of the sides. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? We got the meal over here, but look, we got one of these sides. We got a little green beans over here. That's called Lucha Libre, right? And it would almost be like a show in and of itself. Mm-hmm. But I think what I find so fascinating about Lucha is that characters who are like goofy characters, like silly, like fun characters, if they're over, they're over. Mm-hmm. Like there's no sort of, okay, we leave the mid-show for this kind of silly comedy act just to get a little variety in. All right, now let's get back to the serious wrestling stuff. Like, if the silly character is over to the proper extent, it gets mixed right in. There's no separation. The silly stuff is the serious wrestling stuff, and the serious wrestling stuff is the silly stuff. Like, it's all one thing. Like, La Parka can come out and do a Michael Jackson dance and still be... Yo, that's La Parka. Watch out.
That's another thing I'm watching for, La Parka's entrance.
La Parka's entrance.
Yeah, I mean, when I watched Triple Mania, when was it? A month ago?
If that, yeah.
I think I texted you, have I been missing out on Lucha my entire life? Because it's just so much fun.
It is.
Throughout.
It is.
Start to finish.
Yes. And just
And there are obviously serious matches that are still fun.
They're still fun. And it does, and I think that's why it's gotten so popular so fast, is because, I mean, inherently, even as seriously as we talk about wrestling sometimes on shows like this, like we are all watching because it's fun. Like we're just having a good time. So, yeah, I definitely...
And I'm excited to see what version of Natalya or Natty.
Gotta be Natty.
I hope so.
Natty was on NXT. I think that was Natty. She had her cornrows in.
Natty.
Natty was the one who was on NXT this week in the audience.
The graphic is Natalya.
That's the graphic. Sometimes Natty shows up. Mm-hmm. Because Natty's the type of person, graphic be damned. That's Natty's whole thing. Graphic be damned. I'm going to be there. Okay? And I know she was on with Dave earlier today. That was Natalya. Okay? Because Natty, she's not doing this promo stuff, okay? She's going out there and she's whooping ass.
That's right.
And I hope that she does well again at AAA like she did last time, and it ends up...
She becomes number one contender?
Look, here's my thing. I don't care if she wins or loses in AAA because I want it to lead to not the Reina de la Reinas championship. I want it to lead to Monday Night Raw.
Natty
on Monday Night Raw. That's where I want the destination to be.
I'm with you.
If she comes on with that Reina's title, bring the title with her. I don't mind a little gold showing up on Natty's waist. We already know Dom's going to be rocking 2 belts.
You are writing this in pen.
I am writing it in pen. I feel bad for Vikingo because it seems not fair.
It's very disrespectful to Vikingo.
It is disrespectful, and he is literally one of the best wrestlers in the entire planet. He's awesome. I love Vikingo. It's Dom, though. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Dom should have won last time. So
that's what I'm saying. We can't have him walk out twice without that title.
Although the Judgment Day and Dom weren't exactly on the same page on Monday, but Roxanne Perez went to go check on him. And I'm sure that went well.
I'm sure it went really well. And also, like, here's the thing about the Judgment Day. You never know when they're on the right page or not. I mean, they're the most up and down group of all time.
They are.
According to Roxanne Perez,
find a way.
They always find a way. According to Roxanne Perez, the most influential faction
well,
of all
just
time.
when you think the Judgment Day is done, they find a way to reinvent themselves and hook you in once more.
Yeah, and they're on the same page again.
And once you think as a fan, I'm done with the Judgment Day, they suck you right back in.
And every time it's like, well, what if we... Oh, yeah, I'm in. 877-344-4893. Cody in Toledo. What's up, Cody?
Hey, Sam West, professional broadcaster. Love to talk to you. Megan,
Thank you.
awesome. Love you on the show. You're great.
Thank you.
But I love you guys on NXT. I'm really getting into NXT. I thought the NXT show Tuesday was awesome. But I'm looking forward to the three-way or the triple threat at
Trio.
Homecoming. Is it possible JC Jane and Fatal Influence win? I would love to see it. I would just love to see it. What do you guys think?
I mean, you're talking about the trios match, obviously. Let's see. That means that either Stephanie, Rhea, or Tiffany Stratton would have to take a pin, which is, I mean, tough.
I'm waiting for something to happen with Fatal Influence.
I mean, they're kind of like the Judgment Day in that way, right? Like, in my mind, they lose and they finally break up.
I felt like you the other day. I was watching and they had a backstage, and Jasmine was wearing white, and
After Labor Day?
she was wearing white, and JC was wearing black, and Fallon was also wearing black, and I was like, oh my God! And then I was like, I need to stop hanging out with Sam because
Yeah.
I'm doing it.
Right. And the great thing about me is that if you had texted me, I'd be like, no, that's dumb. But, like, it is 100% something I would have done.
Yeah, and then I would have turned on the radio, and you're like, well, last night I heard, and then I'm driving. I'm like, Sam, I texted you that.
Yeah, that's 100% what would have happened. No, because, I mean, I see a future where Fallon Henley and JC Jane are competing for that NXT Women's Championship. Look, there is the world where they win. That's what JC Jane has always done. Yeah, I mean, there is a world where they don't break up. JC Jane somehow gets a pin over... I mean, look. I would say the person that would be the most impressive to get a pin over, that it would probably affect the least, meaning like nobody would go, oh, she got pinned by JC Jane?
Rhea?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that would be massive. And it would be this thing where, like, you're not breaking up Fatal Influence, and the Fatal girls would be like, oh, we were going to leave JC, but she just pinned Rhea Ripley. Like, you don't leave the group when the leader stock is at an all-time high.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be an interesting twist if that's the direction that it goes in.
Yeah, I don't like seeing Stephanie take the pin heading into her match for the championship.
Oh, yeah, because
against
it'll be
Io.
the Tuesday before.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she can't.
Mm-mm.
And I think Tiffany is still, believe it or not, proving herself as a main event person.
Well, it depends what happens to Tiffany this Friday when she puts her title on the line against
right.
Jade.
That's right. Yeah.
See, that's another one, right? Like, remember when Rhea lost the title to Io and nobody was talking about it? Like, what if Jade just wins the title on Friday?
Yeah, we're all assuming.
We're assuming Tiffany's going to retain.
That'd be a wild thing.
Yeah.
It's possible, though. So we have NXT Homecoming, right? And the reason Rhea, Stephanie Vicaire, and Tiffany Stratton were on the show is because they are among a slew of former NXT stars that are returning for the big show in Full Sail. So we got those three women. We also got DIY, both back in NXT for this show. We have Carmelo Hayes back in NXT for this show. We have Grayson Waller back in NXT for this show to do the Waller effect. And probably the one that surprised everybody the most, because he's the most removed from his NXT class, Tyler Breeze.
That was crazy because, you know, I see all the women come out and it really hits me how quickly these women have gone from NXT superstars to, I mean, main roster champions. Like, it wasn't that long ago that Rhea was NXT Women's Champion.
It really wasn't, but none of those three. And Stephanie Vicaire was like a couple months.
Yeah, it was like 2 minutes ago.
But none of them are associated with NXT anymore because
That's right.
they become so big on the main roster.
And I see, I'm like, wow, the pipeline for the women in NXT is insane. And then DIY coming back, it makes sense. This is their home. Trick Williams is like, oh, I brought help. I'm like, who could it be? Mello's music hits. I go, oh, that makes sense. I don't know why I didn't think of Mello. But when Tyler Breeze came out, that completely shocked me.
Tyler! the music still hits. And I also love that Tyler Breeze is the only one left on the planet still using a selfie stick. When Tyler Breeze first came out, everybody was using these selfie sticks. It was so obnoxious. Like, I remember, like, I thought that the whole gimmick was brilliant because it was like everybody was using these selfie sticks. Nobody in wrestling was using selfie sticks. I'm like, the fact the guy comes to the ring with a selfie stick is the perfect heel thing. Now, people are watching going like, what is that? I mean, you don't see him anywhere anymore. There were like 2 summers in New York where everywhere you went,
it was hazardous.
I mean, it was bad.
Yeah.
And now you don't see him. But I'm glad. But all that said, for all of us that followed Tyler Breeze while he was in NXT, if he had come back without the fuzzy selfie stick, it would have been like, that's not Tyler Breeze. That's somebody else.
Did 0.5 zoom ruin the selfie stick?
Maybe it did.
That's a great point.
Maybe it
definitely
did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, because you can
all
just...
the Gen Z kids, they do the selfie the opposite way with 0.5 zoom.
Right, we're just fish-eyeing now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 100% right.
It does make your forehead really big. Not just mine, not just yours, everybody's.
That's weird because I found that like 1 zoom, 2 zoom, 0.5, whatever zoom you had, all of them make my forehead look big. So it must be all the zooms.
Yeah, that's it.
Avery in Toledo. What's up, Avery?
Thanks for taking my call. How
It's
you
my
guys
pleasure.
doing today?
Good.
Megan, it's great to hear you on the show again. I had a little thought on the 6-woman tag match. So it is homecoming, right? So
That's right.
who is perhaps the greatest NXT Women's Champion of all time?
Well, that's the debate. I mean,
Okay,
it could.
but
Yeah.
we've got 3 of the greatest versus, New Day. Not New Day, excuse me. New Day, New Age, whatever you want to call it.
The
faction.
current people. Yeah.
How do you get around one of the ladies taking a pinfall? You add some shenanigans.
Hit me with the
Asuka
shenanigans.
comes out and interferes and takes down Rhea from behind. Well, the ref is turned, of course, and then she gets pinned.
Works for me.
And that builds the rivalry a little more between Rhea and Asuka.
I would add one to it. I'd have Asuka and Kyrie come to the ring, right? They distract Rhea. Rhea goes down for the pin. 1, 2, 3. She can't believe it. Asuka and Kyrie laugh. Asuka walks off. Kyrie's standing there just looking at Rhea. And then Asuka goes, Kyrie! And then Kyrie jumps and has to run back.
That's why you're on the radio and I'm calling in.
Thank you, Avery. Look, all I did was add a little color to your sketch.
As soon as he said Asuka, I was like, we need Kyrie there as well, just so we can get the moment.
Kyrie!
Asuka's been killing it on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, every day with just the Kyrie.
I also love that
memes.
it's at the point now where you could do you know how long you could sit in that with people waiting for it? I think people are getting so smartened up to it that that's what I would do. That's why I could never be a writer. Because I'd be sitting there going like, no, Kyrie, you're going to stare at them for legitimately 45 seconds. It's going to be almost a full minute on the clock.
It's becoming my favorite part of the show.
I mean, and you're going to just sit there for I know it's coming. And you're just like, oh, it's been 45 seconds. Oh, okay, it got me. Yeah, I mean, yeah, if I were writing those promos, they'd be so long. It'd be so long before you heard the Asuka yell, because now you know it's coming. And so just wait and wait and wait. I love it so much. But I love that idea, and that is how you get your finish, and that is how you do it without fatal influence breaking up, for sure. So we've got all these returns, but then there were other returns teased, right? In the package and everything. So, I mean, clearly we got to get some other returns, right? I think Triple H's face was on the NXT package. I think that you have to have Triple H at that show.
You can't have NXT Homecoming without Triple H.
I mean, what Triple H did in NXT, and we almost forget because wrestling moves so quickly and NXT is so great right now, and Chef Sean is cooking, and everything is good, and Triple H is up on the main roster. But man, back in the day when it was just Papa H cooking in NXT, Black and Gold went crazy.
Homecoming will not be complete without Triple H.
Just give me an Are You Ready? Triple H opening the show with Shawn. That's all. Triple H and Shawn opening the show together. There's no thing in wrestling where I'm like, oh, the last thing I want to see is Hunter Hearst Helmsley and Shawn Michaels together. It's always gold. So I would have the two of them open the show together. And then I was thinking about wrestlers that could show up. And I wonder, do you save his return for further down the line when he's finally over his injury? Or do you have Kevin Owens come in and cut a promo?
Ooh.
Because when you talk about NXT champions, when you talk about people that brought NXT from strictly developmental into a third brand, Kevin Owens is like a tippity-top name that comes to mind.
I love where you're going with this because as we were just talking about the women and how they've, we saw them all there. We see Rhea, we see Tiffany, we see Stephanie, and you think about the trajectory for the women. You see some of the men, and I'm thinking, who was one of those championship men who brought, went from NXT to top-level main roster superstar, and I immediately think of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, and I'm like, do either one of them come to Homecoming, Kevin Owens would be a great surprise.
Yeah, and especially since Kevin's injured, somebody could theoretically come out and get heat by, stepping to him in the ring, and then Kevin Owens has to go away because he can't be involved in physicality, but now we're all booing whoever it is that steps to him. Could be Trick, could be, I don't know.
Could we get Finn Balor?
I think Finn Balor for sure. Honestly, you could have Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn in the ring together.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Finn Balor, yeah, that's to me, it's a slam dunk. It would babyface him like crazy.
I know.
Hopefully that's okay. We can go back to booing him on Monday Night Raw. But yeah, Finn Balor showing up because, dude, that was the rivalry, right? It was Finn Balor and Kevin Owens.
Mm-hmm.
Those were the people. The ladder match at TakeOver Brooklyn, everything. Yeah. Especially since Finn Balor had 2 runs in NXT. Remember, he went back to NXT during the the Karrion Kross era, the last days of Black and Gold, when he got back, and he kind of had that he played more the Prince character.
Yeah. When
he was just a badass dude. I think
we get the old Finn Balor music.
That would be the move. Yes.
I want it.
Yeah, that's
I heard
such
your
a good
little rant
call.
about music the other day. You got
yeah.
a little hostile, but I agreed with you.
Well, that's because Susumu said you should take Randy Orton's music away from him.
I know, you can't do that.
I almost fired him on the spot. What are you talking about? Take Randy Orton's music away from him. That's why he's not here today.
He just got a little wrist slap suspension?
Suspended for 1 day. 1 day suspension.
Without pay?
Yes, without pay. I talked to Eddie. I need a 1 day suspension for Susumu without pay. He suggested they take away Randy Orton's music. And then he was like, you didn't have to give me a reason. I was like, okay. All right, good. So, yeah, Susumu was suspended for 1 day.
But Finn Balor, old music.
Old
please.
music. Putting the arms out and everything. For sure. I wish, it can't happen because he's in AEWs. I wish we could get Samoa Joe. It will never happen, but it's still, I had to mention it because I wish for it. But here's a question. What about Becky and Charlotte? You can't do Bayley. Obviously, you can't do Sasha. Can't do Bayley because she's right in the middle of a character transition. You can't have her come out and pretend like these promos haven't meant anything. But, Alexa Bliss, also an NXT graduate, but the NXT is where the horsewomen were born.
Can we have nice things? Because I want it.
Can we have nice things? Could you put Becky and Charlotte together in the ring? Becky in the place that she's in right now, she'd probably insist on going out there, allowing people to believe that she's a babyface, everybody cheers her, and then she turns the crowd on her. She likes doing it too much. Mm-hmm. Becky would be the one who would ruin it. And if she's going to ruin it, I wouldn't put her out there with Charlotte. Because you don't want to build tension where you're not going to deliver yet. We'll get there. But if you're not going to do that, just the idea, even if it's just a backstage, I would rather it be in the ring. But Becky and Charlotte together at an NXT Homecoming in Full Sail?
I want it. You see Becky Lynch as a heel right now, and all I keep thinking, and you see Charlotte as a big baby face right now, and all I keep thinking is, can we run it back one time? Can we get it? And I'm afraid to even think too much about it because I want it so bad, and I don't think it can happen.
Not yet. We'll get there.
Okay.
It's wrestling.
Well, we always get what we want eventually.
It's wrestling. There's no never. But I just realized what I want for Homecoming, for Tuesday, is before the TakeOver era, the match of all matches in the women's division, the match that showed that women are different, Natalya versus Charlotte. If you haven't seen that match, it's from NXT TV. It was completely groundbreaking at the time. Natty versus Charlotte. Just throwing it on the show, on an NXT show in Full Sail. Yes. We got to go to break? Yes. We got to go to break. We're approaching the bottom of the hour. Megan Morant, thank you for being here with us
This
today.
was a blast. Thanks for having me.
Yes, come back soon.
Of course.